guys fought for 40, got off to a really slow start. Didn't respond really well early to their shot making and the lead that they got early, and they extended it obviously pretty significantly. Our guys do what they've done, since June. It's a group that stays together and continues to fight. And a lot of things didn't go our way. A lot of things we didn't do really well. Auburn had a lot to do with that, of course, but just continued to fight and stay together and gave ourselves a chance to potentially go into overtime. Proud of that effort. Got to get back to work on Monday.
What did you see in that rally? I think you're already on 9 with 41 seconds left. I mean, what it took to even be in that position?
Staying together, Asa making big plays, just staying in the moment, not laying down, just continuing to fight, finding ways. Our pressure was a factor, of course. Had a couple nice passes, attacking the offensive glass. They missed a couple free throws for us. It's part of it, So had our chances down the stretch. Credit Auburn. I mean, without Janai Broome, they're still a very, very good team. Like really good. They executed well. I thought Pettiford was terrific. Baker Mazar hit a couple dagger threes. Where I thought we did a decent job. He's just, he's a good player. That's part of it. I thought Asa Newell was terrific for us. Silas Demery did some really good things. Lou did some good things. I mean, we had several guys that I thought made some contributions. Justin Epson had a good game. Just discouraging because you only get a chance to compete against number one every so often, and you're right there. Feel for our guys because guys played really, really hard, but so did Auburn.
How often do y'all work on plays like that at the very end where you inbound going for the tip like Asa did there?
There's probably been a couple of those scenarios in practice since June. We do a lot of special situations late practice. We do a lot of 1 minute, 2 minute, 4 minute scrimmages like everyone else does, or their variation of that, But Silas made a good pass and gave us a chance. Asa was terrific throughout the game, but especially down the stretch, just continuing to fight and get us extra possessions.
You mentioned things the team did not do well with I'm assuming the free throw shooting tonight would be at the top of that list.
Yeah, just unfortunate. Go 9-20 at home. We got to be better than that. Our poise overall, sideline out of bounds, offensive possessions. We struggle with it. That's all of us got to do a better job.
Coach, you were down 65-60, I think, after Newell scored with about 1:20, 1:30 left. Decided not to foul there. I think he had 5 fouls at the time. What was the thinking behind not fouling at that point?
They got bigger than that, correct? I mean, it was 7 or 9 with under a minute, correct?
Yeah.
We actually fouled. We fouled earlier than we normally do, and I can't remember if they converted those or not. There was just so much going on there in the last minute and a half. But the way that we executed down the stretch, I wouldn't take any of that back. I thought our guys were phenomenal. Gave ourselves a chance again down, whether it was 7, 9, whatever it was, with under a minute. Our decisions in terms of trapping versus fouling, I thought were right on point.
Mike, you guys aren't even a third of the way through the SEC. I don't know if you're going to play a tougher 5-game stretch than you just did. What do you want your guys to kind of know about, at this stage of the season, what they've done so far?
Got to rest tomorrow, and get better on Monday. That's it. Our guys understand that there's some areas that we can improve, of course, and Auburn's got a bunch of winning experience. They do, and we hope to be a team that's saying that over time. Who knows when that is, but that's the hope. You hope this team can reach their ceiling, and there are a few things that we could have done better, of course. But when you're playing the best, some of the best teams in the country, your warts are exposed a little bit, and it's a little bit easier to, for learning situations to resonate, with our guys. And so we'll look forward to trying to consolidate as quickly as we can to watch on Monday and discuss it. We discussed it a little bit, some of the things we could have done better, which I've already talked about here in the locker room before a day off. But as we talked about too with this league, especially in this day and time, we have to move on to the next one pretty quickly.
Mike, I know that you guys are way past moral victories in this program, but measuring yourself against the number one and coming up 2 points short, can you get some momentum out of that finish?
Ooh. It's not the way I feel right now. I don't know our guys feel that way either, but there is certainly positive, especially the resilience. It's not like we lost by 2 and had a chance, but it was leads changing throughout the game and ties and all that stuff. It was a game where we were dead in the water there mid first half, and our guys do what they continue to do and just continue to play hard. I mean, we've just got guys that play hard. Auburn does too, and you need that in this league. And last year was certainly different here at home. Actually had probably a little more competitive at their place last year. But this group, we've got to continue to get better. There's a lot that we don't do great, right? And it's back to the drawing board on Monday. But we've got good players that like each other, that enjoy playing with one another, and that play hard.
It looked like Blue kind of got in a rhythm shooting-wise in that second half, and it kind of got y'all going. How big do you feel like that was for Blue to have that stretch there?
Blue's got to play with confidence, and early on I didn't think we played with a lot of confidence. We didn't play down. We were almost it just looked like we were a step slower to loose ball. Some of that is those guys playing hard too, and their speed and quickness and all that stuff. And they made shots early, and we didn't. I'm glad we made some early second half because we left a few pretty good looks against an elite defense on the table early in the game. Blue's got to continue to play with more and more confidence. All of our guards do. I mean, we're a better shooting team than our 3-point percentage indicates right now. We'll get there.
Coach, in Bruce Pearl's press conference, he praised you as a heck of a coach, but he also said that you out-recruited him recently in for a couple of kids. What do you make of that?
What do I make of that? I couldn't go back and tell you who's recruited who from our league and who hasn't recruited who. I mean, I know I've been out recruited by a lot of coaches in this league many times. But I guess if teams like Auburn and Alabama and Tennessee and Kentucky are recruiting the same guys you're recruiting, and you're able to get a couple of them, I mean, it means he's probably a pretty good player. So our administration here continues to do a really good job, give us all the support we need. In many ways, the environment here was off the charts, especially for the typical Stegman environment, over the years. Very appreciative to our administration, to our fans, our students were wrapped around our practice facility since, seems like since we got here this morning, So they gave us a chance. The rearranging of all of the seating and all of the stuff that went into the new environment here in Steg gives us more of a chance to have a higher level home court advantage like the rest of the league.
Got time for 2 more?
Coach is going on the road now for 2 straight games and coming off a tough loss like this. Just about the challenge of that and what y'all gonna need to do to be successful.
You got to respond. I mean, what are you gonna do? That's it. We on to the next. Every one of these is going to be very, very difficult. Home, away, it doesn't matter. Good players, good coaches, great environments. We've got a great environment now too, and we just got to continue to prepare and continue to get better at certain things. Grow together. We got a number of games left, and let's see if we can maximize this team's potential.
Mike Arkansas's got a game tonight on the road. But how surprised are you to see Cal still looking for his first SEC win?
I probably would have been surprised at this point with really any coach in any program in our league. There's some elite teams, and then there's a bunch of parity. There's a bunch of really good teams again with really good coaches and good players. And you know, there's going to be teams in our league obviously that have pretty records and teams who aren't very proud of their record at certain times. You know, but it can change quickly. In a heartbeat, and those guys, he's been there before. He's going to figure it out. They're very, very capable, and you know, we look forward to watching that and a lot of these other games. It's a fun time for our league.
Thanks.